They put the rowdy.
Hey, what's wrong with the ladybug? Huh?
You guys eat much?
We got a lot of food.
You got the next couple of nights. That one night. Trying to save some bushes.
Walking my doggy.
You can do that?
Yeah, yeah. She would jump. Bob did that. Our old place was buried. That's not the city. No, that's not the city.
Good afternoon, folks. This is Sam Torres here from the 440 Sports Show and YSN Live. We are just a couple minutes away from getting things started here at the 2024 Ashtabula County Touchdown Club Banquet and Award Ceremony. So just bear with us as we will get things started here shortly.
We'll get started. First of all, we'd like to welcome you to the 55th Annual Ashtabula County Touchdown Club Banquet. We'd like to congratulate all of our Hall of Fame inductees, our Ashtabula County first team, all county players, and the people seated in the front here are our 2024 Robert BC Player of the Year nominees. Let's give them all a nice big round of applause. Before we get started, we do have a few thank yous we'd like to send out. First of all, from Play All Awards and Engraving. They did all of our plaques that the athletes will be receiving today and our Hall of Fame inductees. We do want to thank the Star Beacon for the excellent small tab section that they put together in regards to all of our banquet information. We would like Chris Larrick to please stand. Let's give Chris another nice big round of applause. Chris does all the hard work for the Hall of Fame inductees. Does an outstanding job summarizing their careers. We would like to thank the Spire Banquet Center. He's coming up. He's coming up on the list. Spire Banquet Center, once again, thank you for hosting us. We've kind of did a little bit of a media change here this year. We do want to thank them. We want to thank Anne Marie Mahokey, Mohawk Paper, Jared Dixon, the Chicaro family for their help in our program. And once again, this was a special thank you to the Star Beacon. Not only our work with Chris Larrick, but Mike Greco does an outstanding job as our sports editor for the Star Beacon. So we'd like Mike to please stand So Mike can be recognized, so you can put a name to the face for all those articles. Once again, thanks Mike for all your hard work. We'd also like to thank YSN Live and the 440 Sports Show. Sammy Torres is in the back. He's broadcasting this live. So we thank them for their coverage this past fall, and also thank them for being here today. Once again, we'd also like to thank all of our board members for the Ashtabula County Touchdown Club. So if those board members would please stand and be recognized. Once again, let's give them a nice big round of applause. Thank you for all your hard work putting this together. Last but not least, we're going to start off with our invocation. Head coach for the St. John Heralds, Bob Delgosh, with our invocation.
Thank you and good evening, everybody. I would just invite everyone to please bow our heads in prayer. Good and gracious God, as a special season of joy and light unfolds, we pause to reflect on your many blessings. We thank you for bringing this community together this evening to celebrate a shared love of the game of football, a gift that teaches resilience, teamwork, and perseverance. We are grateful for the young athletes we honor tonight, for their coaches, teammates, families, and all who have supported their journeys. We also give thanks for the Hall of Fame inductees whose dedication and example inspire generations to come. Lord, may this evening be a celebration not only of achievement, but of the spirit and values that reflect your glory. We pray all this in your holy name, knowing that every triumph and every joy comes from you, Almighty God. Shalom and amen.
Thank you, Coach. So we're going to go ahead and eat, so you guys are more than welcome to start off with your salads, and then we will dismiss you. Front tables will go first, and then we'll dismiss you from front to back. Once again, enjoy your dinner.
I took the day off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get started. Once again, we would like to welcome you to our 55th annual Ashtabula County Touchdown Club Banquet. Once again, some congratulations. We'd like to first congratulate our two playoff qualifying teams, the Geneva Eagles and Coach Shimsky, and the Climattuning Valley Lakers and Coach Croston. Let's give those two high school teams their coaches. On behalf of the Touchdown Club, we're very proud to have this event every year. We hand out over $70,000 worth of scholarships. Many of the students in this room participate in one of our big fundraisers that we do every year, and that's our golf outing that we host in August in Village Green. So for those of you that are golfers, we have the save the date for August 3rd, 2025 at Village Green. It's the first Sunday in August, so save that date. We'd love to have you guys either sponsor a hole or participate as a group. But a lot of the money that we raise goes directly towards scholarships that we're going to hand out this evening. I'm going to start off with our first award before we get into our Ashtabula County Hall of Fame induction. The first award that we're going to hand out is the Ashtabula County Touchdown Club Courageous Sports Award. So for those of you guys that don't understand this award is given out in the name of Nick Delagianis. This award is given to a student athlete in an Ashtabula County football program that has overcome some adversity during the season. They displayed tremendous courage, supported their teammates throughout this entire experience, and has done so without any expectation or anything in return. This is an award we've handed out, I believe, for about 8 years now, and it's an outstanding award in honor of a great person. The winner of this year's award is from St. John High School. This young man joined the football team as a senior this year. He transferred into our program with a lot of excitement and determination. Unfortunately, his season was cut short in his very first game when he sustained a severe season-ending injury. He tore multiple ligaments in his ankle, requiring extensive surgery and recovery period of nearly 9 months. During that setback, this young man and the realization he'd never have the opportunity to play football again, his dedication to his team never wavered. He maintained perfect attendance at every team practice, game, and event, and was consistently demonstrating unwavering commitment to his sport and his teammates. This young man's academic achievements and prior athletic accomplishments have earned him a Dean Scholarship at Ohio Northern University, where he's expected to continue his football career. This young man exemplifies the resilience, commitment, and sportsmanship that defines a true team player and a deserving nominee and recipient for the Courageous Sports Award. So at this time, we'd like to recognize the Ashtabula County Courageous Sports Award winner for 2024 to Ethan Hastings from St. John. Ethan, come on up. Next on the agenda, we'll call up Chris Larrick for the Ashtabula County Football Hall of Fame induction part of our ceremony.
Would the 9 Hall of Famers that are here please come to the front and sit on the seats in front of the lectern here? And Sue. Though the Ashtabula County Touchdown Club was first formed in 1970, our club didn't begin its Hall of Fame until 2004. Since then, 255 people have been inducted into the Hall. Many of them are here tonight. In fact, one of our initial inductees in the initial class that we brought in is here tonight, and that would be Tony Shikaro. Tony, would you please stand? Tony will be 97 in January. Will all the other Hall of Famers that are here please stand up? Thank you very much. Thank you for all your contributions to the Touchdown Club. Tonight, 10 inductees are going to join that group. I will now call each of the inductees or their representative up to the lectern for a few brief remarks. To make it easier to follow along, they are being presented in the same order as in the section of the star beacon you'll find at the table. First up is Louis Manganel, Harbor, 1993.
Never been prouder to be a Harbor Mariner than I am right now. I'm honored to be standing here, not only as a representative, Hall of Fame inductee, but also representing my coaches, teammates, and the memory of Harbor High School. Thank you for making this possible. I am very grateful. I would like to thank Mark Andrews, the Ashtabula County Football Hall of Fame, and the induction board for making me a part of the Hall of Fame class of 2024. This is truly a great honor and event. Thank you, Frank Enrico, who thought that my high school football career was worthy enough to be considered for nomination. And thank you, all else who were involved. Thanks to the Star Beacon, Chris Larrick, sports writers past and present, for bringing our stories to life. Parents, Mom, you've always been the biggest fan, cheerleader. Dad has been, whether it's been baseball, football, or wrestling, you've always been my best coach. Thank you for always being there. I love you guys. Teammates and coaches, I didn't get here alone. Our time together, playing this game we love, is special. All of you made me a better player and teammate. No one can take that away. We will always have this. I'm grateful for that. And thank you, Coach Hassett. How lucky was I to have you as head coach? Throughout my time at Harbor High School, you challenged and inspired me to be my best. Without you, this is not possible. I've had plenty of time to think how I got to this point. Dedication, patience, and hard work came to mind. But there was something missing. That something was opportunity. And in the second game of my sophomore year, Coach Hassett gave me one. With the game out of reach in the fourth quarter, with Madison up 35-0, he sent me into the huddle. He had called my number. I took my first varsity handoff for 32 yards, right up the middle. I've had a few great runs during my career, but none of them measured up to this one. It gave me confidence, purpose, and a hunger for more. For me, this is always and will always be my best run. Your time is short as high school athletes. Always be ready to make the most of it. Most of all, have fun, never be satisfied, and always strive to be your best. Once again, thank you.
Next we have Pete Jepson, Ashtabula, 1970.
Wow, that's a tough act to follow. Left on Wednesday from San Carlos drove up across the border, got to Phoenix. My wife and I caught a plane, went to Las Vegas, and then to Cleveland. We went through about 1,000 feet of clouds. I thought, I'll never come back here again in December. We got a rental car after about 4 times and drove to Ashtabula. And I looked at her and I said, what was I thinking? But I would never have missed this for anything. I want to thank my family, my wife, my brother, my cousins, my fellow teammates that I played with, Mark Cookie Ranela, and the kids that I started out with over on State Road to play football. And but the most important part is I want to thank Coach Chicaro for allowing me to play for him. We had a wonderful football team. A lot of my players, friends aren't here anymore, which is really sad. But we worked hard. We worked hard in the off season. We played hard, and we had such a great fellowship. I want to thank Chris Lyric. Many conversations with him, as well as Denny DeGennaro. God bless everybody. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and be safe. Thank you.
Our next inductee could not make it tonight. He lives in Arkansas, and he just couldn't get here. But it's Patrick Jones, Lakeside, 2004. I'll just be accepting the trophy for him and make sure to mail it to him. And then after that, we have Dan Patrick, Geneva, 1990.
It's truly an honor to stand here tonight as an inductee into the Ashtabula County Hall of Fame. I have to say, being recognized for being part of a great team is humbling, and it takes me back to some of the best times of my life. Times that were filled with competition, camaraderie, and a lot of hard work. I was fortunate to have great coaches, teammates, and an incredibly supportive community around me. They pushed me to be my best, and I could not have achieved anything on my own. Briefly, I'd like to reflect on my time as quarterback for the Eagles. My junior season did not last too long. I suffered a severely broken leg the first game of the season, and I had to be in a cast for 7 months. I missed the rest of the football season, basketball, and track, and there was a question on whether my leg would be healed by my senior season. Thank God it did heal, and the 1989 season was special. Our team went 9-1 in the regular season, beating all the NEC teams. We made history by clinching Geneva's first ever playoff appearance. We had big dreams, and we gave everything we had on the field. I was proud to be part of that group of guys. Unfortunately, our playoff journey came to an end sooner than we hoped. We drew Cleveland St. Joe in the first round. That game didn't go too well for us. St. Joe went on to win state that year. I'm grateful for the lessons I learned from that experience. Resilience, teamwork, and how to keep pushing forward no matter the circumstances. To my coaches and teammates, thank you for all those moments, the tough practices, the celebrations, and even the losses. They have all shaped me, not just as an athlete, but as a person. I also want to thank my family. My parents who are no longer with us supported me at every game, win or lose. To the rest of my family, most are here tonight. Your support has meant everything to me. I'd be lost without you, and I love you all. I'm reminded that sports are about more than just wins and losses. It's about the relationships you build, the lessons you learn, and the memories that stick with you for a lifetime. Those moments are priceless, and being recognized for them here tonight is a testament to everyone who's been a part of this journey with me. Thank you again to the Ashtabula County Football Hall of Fame for this honor. It's been a wonderful journey, and I'm proud to be from Geneva and Ashtabula County. Here's to the next generation of athletes. May you make your own history and memories that last a lifetime. Thank you.
Steve Nolan, who coached Conneaut from 1980 to 1984.
First of all, I'd like to thank Chris personally for all the communications we've had. Also, this organization for all of the inductees that are here in front of us, in front of me, and all of the past inductees. I was here in Conneaut back 80, 84, as he had stated. I went on to coach when I left here. But I have some pleasant memories about that community that I just want to share with you right now. I had a lot of great players. I came in as a young coach. I'm 26. The first person I knew I had to deal with is my quarterback. My quarterback was Mark Wheeler, and he is 6'5". I'm 5'5" on a good day. So on the sideline, I've got some pictures of things of the communication we had and back and forth. And he just came off a season where they were running like a no-huddle offense, where he threw just about every down. Well, we ran the wing team, so we had a little bit of conflict. But not much, because opening day we beat very proud, 12-7. And from that point on, he just kind of set the tone for the rest of the team and some of the great quarterbacks I had during that short time. I had Ted Bennell for a couple of years. I had Greg Showalter, who was an inductee. Some great athletes here. Great running backs, Timmy Blood, Andy Spear, basically Mike Brzezinski, the two other backs that with him, Mick Keogh, the Keogh name. Had some great backs and some great linemen. I was very, very fortunate. So for about 3 years there, we basically handled pretty much everything in the NEC, but there were some moments that, again, I'd like to share. I was kind of a coach that basically went on detail. I was really detail-oriented. I'm one of those guys that watch tape all night long, just ask my wife. And you married, by the way, for just turned 50 years, that she put up with all that. But she also supported me in everything I did. But we were, in a ball game. It was kind of a game we should have won. It was against Ashtabula. And we were behind by 2 or 3 touchdowns at half. And this kind of goes with some of the kids that played for me back then. Kids, they're all retired now. It was that amazing or what? But we would, it's halftime. I'm always in halftime, always a detail guy. Fix this, fix that, fix that. Well, I didn't have time to do that because I had a linebacker by the name of Tim Carmicelli that kind of beat me to the locker room door, closed the door, and our locker room was right next to Ashtabula. They're all white, they're hooping and hollering and that type of thing. And Carmicelli went in. Now, I cannot repeat any word he said, because you can imagine what it was coming out of his mouth. But basically, we came out and won by 2 touchdowns at the end. But my point is, the type of athletes and the type of people that I dealt with during those years were just fantastic. Great character, great hard-working young men. And that's what I remember about Conneaut and my time here. And I was just very, very fortunate to get a good start there. My wife and I started our teaching careers there, had started our family there. We spent some great years there. It's unfortunate we had to leave, but for the most part, I have pleasant memories. And it's an honor to be recognized for this particular Hall of Fame at this time. Again, I wish all of the young people here on the awards tonight, and also the inductees and their futures. Thank you.
Next, we have Zach Dennis, Jefferson, 2004.
Good evening. I'd first of all like to thank the Ashtabula County Touchdown Club for this extraordinary honor. It's truly humbling and I'm extremely grateful. I definitely value my time at Jefferson. As I reflect on my high school experience, I realized how much it was really shaped by everyone that supported me. My mom and my dad. My dad was my first coach. My mom was usually the loudest one in the stands. And then my brother Jimmy, obviously he's an older brother, so I'm a product of being a younger brother. So I went to a lot of practices where I competed against older guys. I think I scored my first touchdown against him in the front yard. So I'm definitely appreciative of him. And to my wife Heather, my 2 boys. For those of you who don't know, I'm still a collegiate football coach now, so I'm an offensive coordinator. So she's still able to support me, being around football, the game that I love. To my coaches and my mentors, I think Coach Rook at Jefferson. Still to this day, I tell stories to all of my players about some of the things we did at Jefferson. One story that always stands out, one day before practice, Coach Rook came out and was asking all of us seniors and captains, how many points do we need this week in order to win? We're like, we scored 21, we'll be fine. The defense will keep under the 21. I said, okay, we're going to run 21 sprints practice to make sure we get to 20 points. So we ran those sprints, and all my players nowadays can't comprehend that we ran that many. We had confidence in the defense the rest of the year. We were prepared that if Coach Rook came out and asked that question again, we were going to say field goal, we were good. We were going to 3 or nothing. To all my teammates, I was very blessed at Jefferson to grow up at a time where we were very talented athletically in every single sport. Whether it was basketball, baseball, we had a lot of great athletes, so we pushed each other, which was a great time to grow up. And then lastly, to all you young players out here, being a college football coach, I know the lasting impact that football can have on you in your futures. So feel free, for any of you who are still trying to figure out what exactly you want to do for the next steps, feel free to track me down. I'd be more than happy to give you any advice. Thank you.
Next we have Chris Chesas, Edgewood, 1996.
First, I'd like to thank our Lord and Savior. There's power in prayer and in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Touchdown Club and Deputies, Star Beacon. I'm so honored to be here today. My first year of organized football was in 8th grade. Steve Bell and Terry Meloragno were my coaches. Both fine athletes in their own right. We were 6-1-0. We had a great Bulldog team that a lot of good memories of that 8th grade. The fundamentals that they taught me are the same that I use today to teach my youth football players. My high school coaches were also amazing athletes, great coaches in their own right. A big thank you to Mike Hayes, Steve Koprowski, Joe Montanaro, Dave Rozo, Jim Mackey, Brian Harper, and of course, Big Dave Milleragno. And I can't forget my athletic director, Al Goodwin. Great guy and great family too. They always looked out for me. My high school career, we didn't start off too good. We were 1-9, 3-7, 1-9, and we were 7-3 my senior year. By the time I was a senior, we were all pretty battle-worn young football players. We were ready to win. My senior year was truly a blessing. The love from the community and the Star Beacon was amazing. I was in the paper quite a bit the first couple of weeks of football, to the point where some of my teammates started to make fun of me and asked me if I was paying them off some money to get paid. Thanks, Chris. The truth is, I'm standing up here today, and I was a good football player because of my teammates. Sean Bensel, Eddie Colbert, Keith Milleragno, myself, we were the 4 horsemen of Edgewood, Ashtabula. As soon as an opponent would try to stop us inside, Eddie or Sean would kill you off tackle. And if that didn't work, Sean and Keith would score on a pop pass down the seam. All 4 of us are bred from the same cloth, vicious competitors with a strong desire to win. Player of the Year, Ashtabula County, Player of the Year, NEC, First Team All-District, Special Mention All-Ohio, City Series Champs. All of these accolades are because of my O-line. We made a deal from the beginning that all the glory would be shared. Those guys would do anything for me, and they blocked their butts off. Joe Hudson, Tim Toddy, Mike Sadowski, Mike Langdon, Ryan Petro, and Anthony Forfio. I'll quote Coach Mel on this one. We weren't the biggest, but we're where we were supposed to be when we were supposed to be there. My wideouts, Andy Kubar, Nathan Hauser, Alex Lopez, Scott Milleragno. We were just some tough, hard-nosed kids from Edgewood. Football is a brotherhood. It's about the man standing next to you, that he has your back and that you have his. It's installing the worth ethic and trusting the man right beside you. That you would do your job and he would do his. It was setting us up to be successful great men one day. I'll conclude my speech with saying my kids play sports for Spire, Geneva Travel. They're enrolled in Jefferson school systems. I'm currently a coach for Jefferson Youth Football Program. However, Chris Chesnes is a warrior, and I always plead ready to play. Thank you.
Next, we have Jared McNeely, Hyman Valley, 1998.
First, I want to thank everybody for coming out, especially my family, of course, present players and past players, and everyone in their families, everyone who supported all the folks, all the kids here today, all the past and present players. I don't know how, all I can say is none of this would be as special without the support of all the folks. Special mention, I guess, to my dad and my mom, every game throughout high school, college. I always said I couldn't hear him, but I could occasionally hear my dad when I call out, and my grandpa and grandma McNeely as well. And I could always hear Grandma McNeely. I wonder where my dad got it. I don't think my wife couldn't be here tonight, but she supports me in everything I do. Thanks to Jason Root, the other trustees, Chris. I'm going to read a little story. It's a story about 4 people named everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. There was an important job to be done, and everybody was sure that somebody would do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. Somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. Everybody thought anybody could do it, but nobody realized that everybody wouldn't do it. It ended up that everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what anybody could have. I think there's a couple things that I just wanted to say about my time playing football and coaching football. The first thing is, it's really more about, it's always been more about the team and how you show up for your teammates. The folks getting recognized here tonight, reached a destination, and none of that would have happened without the folks that were there along the journey. Part of being a teammate is controlling the things that you can control and not worrying about the things that you can't control. Coach Ken Parise used to tell us, you can't control the weather, you can't control the officials, you can't control injuries. But you can't control how you show up. How you show up at practice, the work you put in. You can control doing your own job. Each person trusting one another, playing for one another to do those jobs. And you can show up no matter what your role is, no matter whether you're getting the ball, whether you're blocking for the ball carrier, you're tackling, whether you're on the sideline, whether you're injured. Which brings me to the next thing that I wanted to say, and that's, I think if I remember anything from when I played, it's never about the results of the games. I remember when I was a manager in 4th grade, carrying bags that were half my weight across the parking lot, all the way out to the front field, watching the players come out, they're squirting water on you, having a good time. I remember in college, we had a walk, it must have been a half a mile to our practice field downhill in Meadville, and walking back up, you're soaking wet, you're sweaty, you're traipsing up in the rain, in the mud, in the slush. And we had the sign in the locker room that talked about, maybe take time to watch the leaves change. It is not about the destination, it's about the journey. So there's a few people I know here today that are currently in sports that are injured, and they're wanting to get back on the court. And all I can say is, what you'll remember when this is done is what you gave, not what you get. So do the best you can in the situation that you're in, and remember that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Thanks.
Next, we have Ralph Childs, Grand Valley, 1998.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Good.
Good. You're good. That's
I'll talk here, but first I want to say thanks to everyone for showing up, for the support. You know, give those guys a hand clap over here. And thanks for the Touchdown Club, Ashtabula itself. Also, my family back in the back. That was planned. But, and then real quick, guys, I know growing up, it's going to be a little bit off subject of football. It's just life in general, which also goes into football, is having each other's back and learning the process of life. So real quick, you guys got all do me a favor. Look at your neighbor and say, hey neighbor. Give a chance, look at your neighbor. Hey neighbor. Y'all follow me? Everybody do this. We only got 2 minutes, guys, so come on. All right, so hey neighbor. You'll make it. Hard work. Stay focused. And you'll make it. That's to these guys also, okay? I just want to read something real quick that's on that subject here. Some of you guys might recognize it or not, but I guess I already made my joke. My joke, I was going to come up and say, one of these guys up here, I was going to take you on if you could hear me, and ask who wanted to do a tackle and breaker. You guys know what that is? No. It's when you lay on your back, and, right, the lineman over here, running back over here, and they get the ball, then you run each other. Then I remembered the Mike Tyson fight, and I said, forget it. But it's not for 20 million, so you're not going to do that to me. So. But anyways, real quick, it's called I'm Scared to Death, but Supremely Confident. When I come out, I have a supreme confidence, but I'm scared to death. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of everything. I'm afraid of losing. I'm afraid of being humiliated, but I'm confident. The closer I get to the ring, the more confident I get. The closer, the more confident. All during training, I've been afraid. I think this person, man, team might be capable of beating me. I've dreamed of beating them. For that, I've always stayed afraid of them. The closer I get to the ring, the more confident I get. Once I'm in the ring, I'm a god. No one can beat me. I walk around the ring, but I never take my eyes off my opponent. During the fight, I'm supremely confident. I'm making him miss. I'm countering. I'm hitting him to the body. I'm punching him real hard. And I'm punching him, and I'm punching him. I know he's going to take my punches. He goes down. He's out. I'm victorious. That's Mike Tyson. Okay. So, I believe you guys understand that, you know what I mean, that the hard work, and we all know what just happened to Mike Tyson, right? So, we ain't got to go down that route. So, but the hard work, you know, it comes back to, so no matter what you are in life, I heard someone was hurt back there in the back. Where are you at? Someone that's back there? Okay, that guy right there, way back in the back. All right, you know, and he's going on to play college, if I'm not mistaken, if I heard correctly. Is that right? Yeah? All right. So he's on his way to playing, you know what I mean, college, even after being hard. That's positive, man, and you guys got to give him a clap. A lot of people quit, you know, going through something like that, just quit, you know what I mean? Talk about the yardage, you know what I mean, that I, led the Ashtabula County for, I think, like 15, 18 years, and #1 in yardage, total yardage, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm not talking about. So my thing is, to you guys is trusting yourselves, trusting the person beside you. You know, this guy right here, Clinton Mims, Jared McNeely. I remember seeing this guy growing up, like pretty much all my life. You know, middle school, I think, middle on. I see this guy all the time, and I see him now. And I'm like, okay, so we're older. So, but trusting yourself and make sure that your teammate, has confidence in you because they know that you're doing what you're supposed to do, and they can depend on what you're doing. Taking control of your situation that you have at hand. Also, like a couple were saying that you can't do certain things without your team. You know what I mean? Take the richest person in the world, or I'll just say Jeff Bezos, everyone knows Donald Trump, so forth. None of those guys did it by themselves. You know what I mean? There was always someone else that either believed in them or said, forget it, I'll help you out anyways. But in order to do so, you have to be likable. You know what I mean? That's number one thing, your work ethic. You know what I mean? If you want to get somewhere, and it just not, in life was not, you know, realistically not all of us are going to make it to the NFL, not all of us are going to go to college. You know what I mean? But you still have life. You know, work, and work, and work is the key thing. My team that I would like to take with me into this, I don't know if this is legal or not, but I want to take the senior class with me and talk about them real quick with their names, which Steve Smith, Al Roboski, Justin Turk, Brad Dolan, Dale Lights, Josh Powell, Steve Pander, Brian Queen, Brad Lambert, James Phillips, Keith Kirby, Adam Chapman, and Adam Chapman. And then I also want to put a couple other names that, because growing up, like I said, we have people that we look towards to, or that you see on a, you know, everyday type basis that helps you get through these things they call life and practice. So when, as a kid, you know what I mean, if you're going to school, you see these people, and even if they're in sports or not doing the same thing that you're doing, you still run into them. And those people also help you go, you know, get better at what you're doing. So that said, I also like to say to John Bunn, Eric Bunn, there's a Dan Reel, Twain Reel, see, I got other names. Alex Taylor, Devin Bowling from Fairport Harbor, and Jim Barquette, I was just talking to a little bit ago. Amir Williams and Mike Kreitz, and Mikey Erickson. Also, you know, so a lot of my family, Chris Childs, also, which is a Massillon Tiger. So when, you know, every Sunday we see each other at church and we share, you know, stories of what happened there. You know, Massillon is like a big program out there. So, you know, I take what he's talking about and what they do out there, and I implement it into myself, and, you know, when I was out on the field. But I just want to say congratulations to you guys. Thank you for everyone coming and support, and stay blessed. Okay, thank you.
And finally, we have Jim Severino, St. John, 1972.
Congratulations to all the players today. Thank you, Touchdown Club, for my induction. It's an honor to be recognized by my peers today. I grew up with 9 brothers and sisters and have been blessed with the wonderful football people in my life. My older brother Rod was inducted a few years ago, playing for the University of Arizona. My brother Michael was a 3-year starter at Kent State University. The Severino family has had a proud presence at St. John's School as well as a football since the beginning. I'm proud to say that my grandsons and my nephew are 3rd generation Carroll football players to carry on the tradition. My time spent at St. John on and off the field impacted my life greatly. I had great coaches, Paul Tacko and Chief Cushion, who I looked up to. I was supported and played with great players, Steve Spiro, Nick Detour, Steve Abraham, and Tommy Peters. We become lifelong friends. Following my senior year, I was recruited by Earl Bruce from Division I School, University of Tampa. For those of you that don't know Earl Bruce, he went on to coach Ohio State. Well, at Tampa University, I went head-to-head with John Tucson. He was the #1 draft pick in 1973. He's being recognized from his role as Sloth in the movie The Goonies. In my freshman year at Tampa, we played in the 1972 Tangerine Bowl against the Hall of Famer Jack Lambert, Nick Saban.
what you want, you're after. Thank you to my wife and family for all their support. Congratulations again to all the young men and fellow inductees on the achievements. Best of luck to all of you. Thank you.
Okay, now the inductees can take their seats and we'll proceed with the rest of the program if I can get this mic fixed.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me here. I don't think there's anybody more grateful to have Chris write the articles than me, since that's a lot of work, so I thank Chris for that. I want to congratulate the 2024 members, Hall of Fame members, and also the high school teams throughout the season. Thank you to the coaches, players, everybody involved. It was quite a good season. So I'm here to announce the first team offense and first team defense. So we'll go with the first team offense first. And the quarterback is Omar Ambries from Lakeside. And then we'll go with Devin Miller Jr., running back, Lakeside. And another running back is Ty Vickery from Another running back is Matthew Webster from Jefferson. Then we have wide receiver Ryan Turner from Pontiac. And another wide receiver, Cage Osar from Jefferson. Another wide receiver, J. Anthony Williams, Lakeside. Tight end is Jaron Nowakowski from Manitoba. Offensive lineman, Jamil Douglas, I'm sorry, if I mispronounced your name, Jamil. Another lineman, Jaden Anderson, Pontiac. Lineman, Caleb Bernheimer, Lakeside. Another lineman, John Canello, Onondaga Valley. Lineman, Max Therion from Grand Valley. And our punter was Sammy Goforth from Grand Valley. And our offensive athlete was Luke Arbo from Heath. Defensively, defensive lineman, Dominic Palmisano, Geneva. Another defensive lineman, Christian Rott from Edgewood. Lineman Dylan Phillip from Cognac. Lineman Damon Brainard from Toonie Valley. Linebacker Tier Anderson from Lakeside. Linebacker Ricky DePetta from Geneva. Linebacker Luke Giddings from Toonie Valley. Linebacker Andrew Soltis from Grand Valley. Defensive back Will Anderson, St. John. Another defensive back, Caden Croy, Geneva. Defensive back, Sean Croston from Toonie Valley. Defensive back, Mason Cocab from Grand Valley. Our defensive athlete is Riley Baldwin from Edgewood. And our first team kicker is Patrick McKinney from Geneva. And then we did also vote in on specialty awards. Our lineman of the year is Grayson Petros from St. John. Our defensive player of the year is Bryce Pete from Geneva. Our offensive player of the year is Hayden Deemer from Geneva. We had co-coaches of the year, Don Shimsky from Geneva and Neil Croston from Toonie Valley. And our county player of the year is Ryan Croston from Toonie Valley. Congratulations to all of our first teamers and second teamers, honorable mention as well, and thank you for everything.
Next on the agenda will be YSN Live and Sam Torres and the 440 Sports Show.
next year I gotta have Chris Larrick before me, that I don't have to move this mic so far. All right, tonight we're obviously here to celebrate these great athletes here in Ashtabula. I've had the privilege and the honor of getting to watch most of the guys who are getting awards tonight. So every year we give out 3 separate awards based on players from the past that have made a huge difference in Ashtabula County football. Going to start off tonight with the Sean Allgood Most Outstanding Defensive Player Award. Allgood was somebody that most people knew for his offensive prowess, but what often goes overlooked for him is the fact that he was an All-Ohio Defensive Player for 3 years in a row, including in 1988, where he had 10 interceptions, returning 7 of those for touchdowns and logging over 100 tackles. This year's recipient of the Sean Allgood Most Outstanding Defensive Player Award stood out in a crowded field of exceptional candidates across the county. One of the leaders in the county with 88.5 tackles, 10.5 for loss. This player demonstrated consistent excellence and relentless determination on the defensive side of the ball. The 2024 Sean Allgood Most Outstanding Player of the Year Award goes to Tyree Anderson of Lakeside High School. So moving on to the other side of the ball, we will talk about an offensive player in Ashtabula County history that played at the next level. Matthew Hatchett is a Jefferson Falcon legend, transcendent talent, who excelled at every level of the game. He was a quarterback for the Falcons, earning Offensive Player of the Year in Ashtabula County, passing for over 1,000 yards, 19 touchdowns. His offensive brilliance carried him to Langston University, where he would transition from a quarterback to a wide receiver, and also be selected by the Minnesota Vikings in the 1997 NFL Draft. This year's Ashtabula County awards recipient was, again, part of a really crowded group. There's a lot of great players this year. But this one, I believe, stood out above the rest, leading the county with 932 receiving yards and 71 receptions, both of which are school records. This athlete's elite speed and playmaking ability resulted in 12 touchdowns, solidifying his reputation as a game-changing force. The 2024 Matthew Hatchett Most Outstanding Offensive Player Award goes to Jefferson High School's Cage Bozar. And the final award I'll be giving out tonight will also be accompanied by a $500 scholarship. This honors the most outstanding overall player who is a senior in Ashtabula County. The award bears the name of one of Ashtabula County's true giants in Jared Bunch. A 3-time All-NEC, All-County honoree, Ashtabula Panther, went on to play Division I football for the University of Michigan. A stellar collegiate career led to his selection by the New York Giants in 1991 at the NFL Draft, joining a Super Bowl winning team. The 2024 award winner mirrored his dominance on the field. As a quarterback, he was instrumental in helping his team through a phenomenal playoff run, scoring 24 touchdowns this year, not counting the playoff stuff because I didn't have time to get that in here. And also excelling as a linebacker with 54.5 tackles, 11 of those for loss. His contributions on both sides of the ball epitomized the spirit of this award. The 2024 Jared Bunch Most Outstanding Player Award and Scholarship winner is Ryan Croston. Thank you, everybody, and thank you to the Touchdown Club.
congratulate the Hall of Fame inductees and their families, as well as the all-county teams and Touchdown Club and the scholarship candidates. The 50th annual Golden Helmet Award to the most outstanding college football player goes to Rylan Davison. Davison's a back-to-back winner of this award. His personal goal this year was to play in all 11 games, and after having 2 previous shortened seasons due to injuries, he accomplished that goal and had one of his best seasons this year, with over 40 catches for nearly 500 yards, 5 receiving touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. He was also, in a game against Duquesne, he set a school record with 14 catches for 152 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mercyhurst also scored 66 points this year, which was a single game high, and a 66-0 shutout win over Lincoln. Mercyhurst also won their first ever Division I football game and a 21-20 win over St. Francis to end the season. Rylan has been part of the PSAC, Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference Scholars Athlete Award, as well as the Dean's List throughout his career at Mercyhurst. He graduated last May with a degree in sports management. He's currently going for his master's in organizational leadership. Rylan cannot be here today because he's actually at Mercyhurst football banquet today with his family, but he asked Coach Dobrin to accept this award on his behalf, so I'd just like to congratulate Rylan for winning this award. And just as a spoiler, he does have 1 more year left of eligibility because of redshirt medical and COVID, so look out for him next year too. All right, thank you.
If I'm up here, we're really close to the end, so bear with us. The Robert L. Weesey Memorial Scholarship is given in memory of an outstanding athlete, scholar, and citizen. Bob Weesey excelled in football, basketball, baseball, track, and tennis. In high school, he was all-state in football and basketball. He was an equally exceptional student. He went to the University of Michigan, we won't say anything about that this year, where he excelled academically while playing football, basketball, and baseball. He made the All-American team in football and went on to play professionally for the Detroit Lions. In his senior year, he was chosen as the top scholar athlete for not only the University of Michigan, but for the entire Big Ten Conference. Quite an honor. The candidates for the Bob Weesey Memorial Scholarship have the best combined qualities of athletics, scholarships, and citizenship. These candidates are from the county schools. Please stand and remain standing until all have been announced, and please hold your applause until we get to the end. From Conneaut High School, Thad Huya. His parents are Craig and Natalie Huya. Please stand. His coach is Rocco Delbert. Edgewood High School is represented by Michael Ochoa. His parents are mother Natalie Goodnow and stepfather Josh Goodnow. His coach is Elijah Juan Cooper. Geneva High School is represented by Luke Barbeau. His parents are Nancy and John Barbeau, and his coach is Coach of the Year Don Shimsky. Grand Valley is represented by Andrew Soltis. His parents are Nathan and Rebecca Soltis, and his coach is Cliff Mims. Jefferson High School is represented by Paige Boscar. His parents are Sean Boscar and Corey March. Lakeside's candidate could not be here tonight. Pymachumy High School is represented by Logan Paul. His parents are Cody Paul and Jennifer Pfeiffer. His coach is Coach of the Year, Neil Croston. St. John's High School is represented by Will Anderson. His parents are Jamie and William Anderson, and his coach is Bob Dalgash. A round of applause for these exceptional candidates. It is my honor to present the first of 2 Ashtabula County Touchdown Club scholarships. These $500 scholarships will be mailed to the athletes after graduation. These athletes excel on and off the field. this athlete especially. He's a 3-year letter winner in football. He's also a 2-year wrestler. He's a member of show choir, a member of FFA, and All-American Academia honors. He is also involved in numerous community events. This $500 scholarship is awarded to Andrew Soltis from Grand Valley High School. It's now my honor, and this is always a hard one for me, no matter what, so bear with me, in presenting the Robert M. Hervey Memorial Scholarship. Bob was Geneva's head football coach for 27 years. When he passed away suddenly 28 years ago, our family wanted to honor Bob's memory. A scholarship in the amount of $1,000 was the perfect way. Bob was the first of his family to go to college, so Bob felt higher education, either trade school or college, was an important part of a successful future. He felt giving back to the community strengthened an athlete's character. Athletics taught so many life lessons: discipline, sportsmanship, teamwork, how to win with humility, and how to lose with grace. Wasn't always that way. He felt sports created discipline and lifetime friendships. This $1,000 scholarship will help this athlete move on to his next adventure in life. This athlete is a 4-year member of the 4.0 Club, has already completed college credits. He's a letterman in basketball and baseball. This year's winner of the Robert M. Hervey Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 is awarded to Logan Paul of Hyman Valley. It's now my privilege to introduce Dr. Sue Stalker, who will now present the John Buskirk Memorial Award.
Good evening. John David Buskirk was better known as Buzzy or Coach Buzz. He was our son-in-law. John's family lived in Geneva, but because of his deep faith, he chose to attend St. John High School. To help pay his tuition, John worked evenings at Tony's Deli. John played football at St. John and was an honor student. He was a true herald. John went to college at Gettysburg, where he played football. He returned to Ashtabula and coached football and taught social studies at both St. John and Harvey. John was curious and smart, always reading and always learning. He earned a master's degree from Ursuline College, even while undergoing chemotherapy, radiation, and a bone marrow transplant. He never complained, as he was a man of great faith. I know some of you here tonight either knew John, played football with John, coached football with John. I wish everyone in this room could have known him. This scholarship helps keep his memory alive. I don't know the young man who is receiving John's scholarship tonight. I do know his grandmother. She was one of my nursing students years ago. And I know his mother, as she's someone who's very special to me. So now I get to meet our recipient. We're pleased to present the $1,000 John B. Buskirk Memorial Scholarship to Thaddeus Huya from Conneaut High School. Thaddeus is ranked first in his class. He completed college prep courses in the 9th and 10th grade. He has taken college prep courses and is currently a student at ATEC in the Engineering Academy. He took first place in the Skills USA competition in Columbus in 2024, and he plans to become a mechanical engineer. Thaddeus works at Save-A-Lot as a grocery clerk, and he's a member of the Good Shepherd Lutheran Church. He serves as a volunteer for the Kent State Ashtabula Rising Scholars Program. Incidentally, Thaddeus' grandfather, Claude Butch Loomis, was nominated for the Scholar Athlete Award by the Conneaut High School in 1970. Butch, stand so we can recognize you. You must be incredibly proud of your grandson. So Thaddeus, multi-sport athlete and scholar, congratulations on being selected as a 2024 recipient of the John D. Busker Memorial Scholarship.
Okay, all of you are going to have to wait just a little longer for the 50-50. It's $230, so it's worth waiting a little bit longer. My name is Mark Andrews. I'm glad to be here tonight. And Steve has already thanked so many people. I just want to be a little redundant for a couple of people. First, Ann Mahokey. If Ann, raise your hand. She's helped us with this beautiful glossy program. Real keepsake, and she does not work at Mohawk anymore. Mohawk went and left us from Saybrook. So she's doing this at home. And I really appreciate it, and she worked with Jared Dixon to get this done, and it's a great keepsake for not only the student athletes, but also the Hall of Famers. At Star Beacon, Chris has already been identified. He and I work with not only Mike Greco, but with Brian Hacher, the editor, and James Briggs, the publisher. They did a great job helping us put this together. And of course, Chris did all the hard work with the beautiful articles. Again, Gazette, Byron, you do a great job in coverage. You'll see that on probably next Thursday. Not sure what the deadline is. Thank you, 440 Sports Show, and thanks for the Spire staff. Let's give them a big round of applause. Well, tonight we are blessed to be amongst Ashtabula County football royalty, not only the new Hall of Famers, but the old ones. But there's also someone else who would kind of fit into that royalty area, and that is somebody named Steve Craig. He was over here. Steve, will you stand up? Steve has been given 2 state awards this year. Okay, he's recognized as a Bruce Brown Award of Excellence winner. There's only 6, and he's our winner in this district. But wait for it. The big prize, and I have to be careful to read this correctly. He is the Ohio Interscholastic Administrators Association's Athletic Administrator of the Year. #1 in the whole state. The state of Ohio is recognized. Okay, moving on. It's my job at this point to award the East Ashtabula Educational Assistance Corporation Award for $1,500. The history of scholarships and taking care of student athletes goes way back. Our group, Dave Farina is the president, he's here with me tonight, and our group for the last 20 years has given scholarships totaling about $200,000. So we've been doing it for a while, and before that, the sports club has been active on the east side, supporting athletics since the turn of the century. All right, this year's EAEAC award is given to someone who's successful on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. This year's winner checks all the boxes, and if you look in the middle of the program, you can see who that is. And this year, it goes to Michael Ochoa of Edgewood High School, son of Nicholas Goodlaw. Michael, we get the applications from the schools and submit them to a selection committee that is in Lake County. They're the ones that make these awards that we're giving out tonight to these folks in the front. And I would like to clarify something for Louis Manganell. I don't have anything to do with the Hall of Fame. I think you're a great inductee, but I won't take credit. That goes to Dennis DeGennaro and his group. They independently give us the Hall of Fame selection. All right, this year's recipient of $500 Touchdown Club Award goes to Jefferson High School's Kate Boksar. I love that name. Okay, he's the son of Courtney March and Sean Boksar. Okay, the last one I have tonight is the scholarship. This is in honor of my father who passed away some 25 years ago. It's $1,500. My father was one of the founders of the Ashtabula County Touchdown Club back in 1970, and he is a member as a contributor to the first class of inductees in 2004. This award is based upon a student athlete who excels in all three areas of the football, classroom, and community. I'm sure you looked at the bios, but if you got this open, take a look at Will Anderson. He checks all the boxes and more. And I'm just glad I don't have to stand in the batter's box when he's pitching. So this year, without further ado, the $1,500 Warren G. Andrews Award goes to Will Anderson, son of Jamie and Will Anderson. Okay, and that must mean George is next.
Thank you, Mark. Just congratulations to me also to Steve Cray for the awards he received from the state. The Bruce Brown Award is an award that is given to someone of very high integrity in the athletic administrative field in the state of Ohio. Bruce Brown was an athletic director at Uniontown Lake, passed away a few years ago, and I got to know him quite personally through the Athletic Administrators Associations, and I think we're very proud of Steve for having been the recipient of that award this year. So another nice round of applause for Steve and all he does for the Touchdown. Thank you, Steve. This year's Robert L. Weese Memorial Scholarship Award goes to a candidate who just meets all the criteria, met all the criteria that we look for in the being the recipient of that award. In academics, in extracurricular activities, as well as playing football and being on the athletic field. This young man was out there assisting and doing everything he could to help his Geneva Eagles football team make the playoffs, have a very successful season. He is also going to continue his basketball career with the Eagles as well. So very totally involved in extracurricular activities throughout the Geneva community. Has a 4.2 grade point average at Geneva High School. Everything you want from a great student athlete and as a recipient of our Robert L. Weese Memorial Scholarship Award for $2,000 to Luke Barbo from Geneva.
Staff for a great 4 years and giving me great opportunities to exceed on the football field and school and the Touchdown Club for nominating me for this. It's an honor. And of course, to my teammates and parents for being with me the whole way. I couldn't do it without you guys, and just everyone here, thank you.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of your sports network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.